Hi, it's Regina Huber from Transform Your Performance. And today I'm back again with Julie Schuster from Julie Schuster Design Studio. Hi, Julie. It's awesome to have you back. And welcome to the show.
Yeah.
We'll call it a show, right?
Why not?
We think big. Okay, so welcome everyone who's watching, and you are definitely in for a treat. This is episode number 2 of our series about Feng Shuiing your office space. And for those who didn't see episode number 1, I highly recommend you watch it as well. And in no specific order, it's just that I introduced Julie in more detail in video number 1. Today, I'm just doing a really quick introduction of Julie, because everything else is, as I just said in video number 1. So Julie Schuster is a wellness designer at Julie Schuster Design Studio, and she's gonna just quickly share her website herself.
Terrific. Yeah, the website is www.jlsdesignstudio, all one word, .com. jlsdesignstudio.com.
Awesome. Well, let's dive right in, Julie, if that's okay with you. Okay. All right. So today's topic, small spaces, or to be more specific, small home office spaces. Before we tackle this topic, which I'm sure many of you have been waiting for, because many of us have that, not to call it problem, but that situation, right? Do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next episode. Okay, Julie, let's get started. What are some easy to implement suggestions for small home office spaces? What would you say?
Well, I too have worked from home as an interior designer for quite some time. Yeah. So being based in New York, as you know, New York is especially notorious for compact living spaces. But so many urban areas are. It's not just here. Feng Shui really has an awful lot of common sense alternatives that go a long way toward helping out when it comes to creating our living spaces. And the one thing that I want to say is, while it may not necessarily be possible for you to have a dedicated separate space like we have here, but not everyone can do that. That's the ideal way. But you really can make sure that the space doesn't impose itself on your other living areas as well. We want to keep work and leisure as separated from one another as we possibly can from a feng shui perspective. If you have a really open floor plan, one of the things that I suggest sometimes is maybe you float that desk behind a sofa or another large piece of furniture, so that, if it can just be beneath the height of that piece of furniture, it doesn't impose itself on your view from every angle of your life. Just a great way to, kind of separate the two areas of your life, for sure. Another thing that you could possibly do is consider putting a rug and putting the desk or office space on top of a carpet. Again, this sort of helps you energetically break up the leisure and the home space.
Wow, that's what I did, actually.
There you go. All right. See, you're a feng shui practitioner even without all of the training. The other thing that I would say, look, is we all know this is something we really should be doing, but at the end of your workday, clean up your desk. We all have. I'm a feng shui practitioner, and I don't always practice this to the best of my abilities. But especially if you're keeping your home office in your other living area, getting that desk cleaned up and straightened up energetically closes off that portion of your life and gives you the opportunity to open with a clean, fresh slate the next day. Another great way of being able to kind of share your space without having it impose on you. Because, the one thing that we want to do from working with home is be able to separate our life into those segments. You don't want work to be 24 hours a day, and you want to be able to separate it, have your family time, have your downtime, and not necessarily be on all the time.
That is so key. I have made it my own policy to never work in the bedroom, for example, right? So for the other parts of life, I'm sharing one big space right now. It used to be smaller, and also, my desk easily gets cluttered. I started out with a completely clean desk one after moving, right? New desk. But it easily gets cluttered because I'm a very creative person. And as creatives, we like to have notes and reminders everywhere. And that, you know, there's a little bit of all these ideas are floating around. So they have to get to paper somewhere, or usually now I keep them on my computer in my Asana list. But you know, we have all these different ways of making notes and making sure we don't forget about all those wonderful ideas, right? As creatives.
No doubt about it.
But I have found, and you're absolutely right. I've found that they often distract me and they negatively affect my focus and my productivity.
Yeah,
So I really had to discipline myself and put all my reminders into one electronic system rather than on Post-it notes and on other papers. And now, you know, I really love to work on a desk that only maybe has a laptop or a notepad and pen, just in case when you have a conversation, you want to make some notes, and a glass of water, you know. But and I've put a small plant on my desk as well. But
that's great.
That's what really works best for me. So thank you for sharing that. And we often forget about this, and it clutters up so fast, and we start over, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every day is a fresh pile of stuff all over my life. There's no doubt about it.
So I'm not the only one. That's good to know. Yeah, so that was wonderful. Thank you so much, Julie. Would you like to add anything to this topic right now?
At this point, you know, as you know, you were talking about having a plant or adding a little biophilia. That's a great way to keep us connected to the natural world. You know, the one beautiful thing about Feng Shui energy is it doesn't necessarily have to be a live plant. It can be a piece of artwork. It can be a picture of a tree. It can be, as you have over your head, a palm frond that you've picked up. Anything that keeps us connected to the natural world is also a wonderful thing to have in our workspaces.
Right. Yeah, that's really great to know. Also, one question I had is, I don't know if I remember this from your presentations or if I read it somewhere. Frankly, I don't remember right now, but that you should be facing the door or a window. Is that right?
Well,
Business.
actually, in Feng Shui, we would suggest that you probably don't face the window, because by doing so, okay, I see that you actually have the window to your side, so that it's not directly in front of you. It's not distracting you from your work, and it probably also allows you to be able to see your entrance to your space without having it be behind you. If you're looking out of the window, generally your back is to the door. A bad idea from a Feng Shui perspective when you're talking about your home office. It's what's called command position. And it's sort of like, I like to equate it to, if you will, those old gangster movies about how the bad guy always had to sit in the corner facing the door so he could see what's coming. In our businesses, we want to see the opportunities that are passing by our mouth,
right,
our entrance, because you'll be missing a lot of things if you don't have that vision. It's a subliminal thing, but it's very important.
Right. To tell you the truth, there's also a window in front of me right now, but this is actually not my desk. So when I work at my desk, it's in a different setting. This is my dinner table. I use it more for videos because it has a nicer background. But I see to my door from any of these, and I have 3 windows, so it's a little bit hard to avoid the window view. but it's farther away, you know. So it's all good. But I always see the door. I definitely remember that because I want to see the doors open for me.
There you go.
Right?
You have it. Yes. The importance of command.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing this important tip. So if you like this video, viewers, audience, click on like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video, and feel free to leave an appreciative comment for Julie again. She so much deserves it. And of course, also subscribe to Julie's newsletter. You can do that on her website. See you in the next video where we'll be talking about how to keep your energy high.
Indeed.
See you soon, Julie.
Take care.